DIY auto repair. All right, guys, and we are back. So we're here in this 2019 Kia Sorento. We have 71,321 miles on the clock. And today, we're going to be doing an oil change. Yes, a simple oil change. So I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride, even though it's like every other car. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys. So in order to access your drain plug or your oil filter, there's this bottom piece. It's like a hard, kind of like something under your hood, the material that's under your hood that you're gonna have to take off in order to access your drain plug and your oil filter. All these bolts are gonna be a 10 millimeter, and we're gonna go ahead and take those off. We've already started taking the back ones off, and then we'll bring you guys right back. So we're gonna go ahead and take the rest of them off, and we'll bring you guys right back. All right, guys, we got our plate off, and now we have access to our oil filter and our drain plug on the back there. So it's gonna be 16 10 millimeter fasteners holding it in, and then this little thing right here, all you got to do is kind of just pry it down, and it comes right off the screw. It just kind of helps hold it on, I guess, so like it doesn't fall on you when you take all the screws out. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our routine oil change. So let's go ahead and take that drain plug off. Okay, guys, so we got our oil cap off so that we can drain it more efficiently and faster. And it's important to note, I've probably never said this on an oil change video, it's always important to check this gasket as well, and if it looks like it needs to be replaced, to replace it. If this gasket looks like it needs to be replaced, make sure you replace it. I don't think I've ever touched on that before, but there you go, guys. So now let's go tackle that drain bolt. All right, guys, so our drain bolt is going to be a 17 millimeter, and we've already cracked it loose. So now we're gonna bring our oil pan here to catch our oil. And I did heat up the engine just a little bit because it's really cold out, so we want the oil to flow. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the drain plug and watch the oil flow. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and let this drain out, and we'll bring you guys right back. All right, guys, so for these drain plugs that have these crusher washers, you got to make sure to remove them and replace them. You cannot reuse these, unlike some of the O-rings. Sometimes you can get away with reusing those a couple times, but these absolutely not, because it's a crush washer. It crushes to seal, and once you remove it, you have to remove it. Once you remove the drain plug, you have to remove the crush washer and put a new one on. So I'm attempting to get that off now, so I'll bring you guys right back. All right, guys, so now that we got our drain plug put back on, torque down to 20 foot-pounds, we're gonna come over here and take our oil filter off. Sorry guys, hands getting in the way. Trying not to get oil everywhere and on me. We're gonna go ahead and let that drip for a little bit. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and just wipe down our mating surface. We don't necessarily have to in this case because it's pretty clean, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. You wanna make sure that your gasket from your old filter is not still on here, because if it is and you put your new filter with the new gasket on there, you're gonna get a double gasket and it's gonna cause an oil leak and you're gonna have a very, very bad day. So there you go. We're gonna go ahead now and put on the filter. All right, guys, so we're gonna be using Quaker State full synthetic 5 weight 20, or more common or known officially as 5 winter 20, and we're going to be using STP extended life S2808XL. STP or Quaker State is not a sponsor of this video. However, if they would like to sponsor me, I'm right here and willing to do it. So anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and open up our filter here. So it has this nice little plastic on it, keeps any debris out. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off, and we're gonna pre-fill our filter like I like to do, and then we're gonna put some clean oil around the gasket and put it on. All right. You only want to do it hand tight. And I usually go hand tight and then a quarter of a turn with the wrench just in case. So we're gonna go ahead and finish tightening this up, and then we're gonna pour in our oil. So stand by. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and pour in some oil. We're gonna pour about 4.5 quarts, and then we are going to run it, put it on a flat surface, run it, and check for leaks before we top it off. Or we're gonna go ahead and put in 4.5 quarts of oil. It takes approximately just over 5 quarts. We're gonna put 4.5 quarts in, run it, make sure we have no leaks. Then we're gonna put everything back together, put it on a flat surface, and top it off. So we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. So we've let it run for approximately 5 minutes. And as you can see, we have no leaks, no drips. Everything looks good. And we are good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and put the bottom piece back on. It's the same exact thing. You're just putting them on. It's 16 10mm fasteners. They're kind of all the way around. And then we're gonna put it on a flat surface and recheck the oil. So stand by. All right, guys, hopefully you guys can see that. We're on the low marker, so we're gonna go ahead and top it off. See if I can see if you guys can see that better. Focus. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and top it off, and we'll bring you right back. All right, guys, so hopefully you can see it. We're at the fill line, the full line. So we're good to go. All right, guys. And there you have it. There's an oil change on a 2019 Kia Sorento. Pretty basic, just like all the other oil changes. Some newer vehicles have skid plates or protective plates or heat shields or whatever you want to call them. So it's just a little extra step that you have to get to it. Some makers have it to where, although those skid plates are on there, there's access ports to the drain plug and the oil filter, which is nice. But in this case, it wasn't, but no big deal. 16 10mm bolts, and we got it. So there you have it, guys. We're ending this at 71,321 miles. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you guys would like to be notified when I put out another video, make sure to ring that bell notification. And as always, guys, please subscribe to my channel for more informational videos and DIY projects. And until next time, guys, have a good one.